All right, guys. First of all, keep watching the entire video because there will be a plot twist. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And today is the day we are finally selling the $300 Toyota Camry rebuilt. A gentleman just came to look at it, and this is the only about the second person that really came to look at the vehicle, which is so sad because I think if more people came to look at the vehicle, more people would be interested. But he came, he test drove it. He obviously knew what he was talking about. He said it needs some attention still to the alignment, to the brakes. I'm definitely letting it go for cheaper than I would want it to go, but at least it's going to be out of my house, out of the driveway. We can move on to different projects and whatnot. Thank you guys for watching all the series of this car. I appreciate it. Just gonna remove the plates. We're gonna do the paperwork, and then this car is gonna be bye-bye. And I'll tell you guys how much we bought it for. I'm sure most of you know. I'm gonna tell you guys how much money I put into it, how much we sold it for, and the profit on that and the turnaround time. So stay tuned. I'll get back to you guys with that video as soon as we sign the paperwork. And I'm telling you guys, we put in a lot of hours of work here. As you can see, that interior is spotless. I knew the interior would be a big selling point on this vehicle. Very, very clean. I mean, the car has such smooth suspension, to be honest. It's just a nice luxury to drive. Again, we put a lot of work into it, guys. Remember, spotless. As you can see, we cleaned everything up. I mean, if you guys are interested, just go back to the channel, watch the videos of the whole rebuild. But everything comes to an end, and unfortunately this has to come to an end. Again, I would have liked to receive more revenue from this car, but at the end of the day, it's 2020, COVID season. Nothing is like we expected. I'm sure it's going the same situation for you, so we'll be back. All right, guys, this is gonna be my last startup of this car. Let's keep it classy, gentlemen. Oh, it's been a long ride here, but all good things come to an end, right? Take it easy, cowboy. Alright, so you might be asking yourself, how much profit do we make? And you know what, I thought about it. I'm not going to get into details exactly how much I sold it for. But again, the car cost me $300 from a buddy of mine that was going to junk the car. We knew that was a steal. I mean, hell, a set of rims is going to cost you more. And here you got a car that's able to take you from point A to point B. It was a no-brainer of a deal. We scooped it up for $300, brought it home. We put in a lot of hours of work into it, and also we put in some money into parts to repair some of the obvious signs. Now, let's start off with how much money we put into the vehicle. We practically put in about $100 worth of parts, and that included new bushings for the rear sway bars, also new sway bar end links. As simple as that is, that's about all we put in the vehicle. We also did purchase a buffer, but the buffer is going to be able to be used on other vehicles for paint correction and whatnot, so I'm not really including that into the numbers here since I can use that on another vehicle. So essentially $300 car, $100 worth of parts. We're in total for this car $400. Now the question is, how many hours did we put into this vehicle? I spent countless hours while I was unemployed working on this vehicle. We probably put in about 10 days in total. Roughly on average, I'd give it about 6 hours a day. That's quite a lot of hours. If you accompany that to a per hour figure, we probably spent about this much right here just working on the vehicle. So at the end of the day, the question is, was it worth it? Hell yeah, it was worth it. It let time pass by. I had fun restoring things, especially the paintwork, buffing it, the interior. I like doing these kind of things, and it's nice to see something that is, again, gonna get junked being transformed into something that someone can use. So for sure, we're making 100-200% profit on this transaction. Again, depends how you want to look at it with the labor cost. Overall, I'm pretty happy. Again, I sold it for cheaper than I wanted to sell it. and that is due to time restrictions. It's already October, guys. It's getting late. December's right around the corner. This driveway, we don't want to carry too many cars in here because that's going to be an issue reparking things. If I don't keep the car and I hold it over the winter, we're going to run into issues with the battery draining, and just cars that sit are not good cars. Things break on them. The bushings, the suspension's just going to get rotted away. The tires are going to get flat spots and whatnot. So I don't want to hang on to it too long. We thought about keeping it. We could have added probably about another $1,000 in to make it pretty cool. We could have put new tires on here for about $350, new shocks all around for about $350, brakes for about $150, and you know, some minor miscellaneous things. But you know, at the end of the day, this V6 hard to work on. If parts break, maintenance is hard on it, especially spark plugs, taking off the intake manifold. I much prefer 4 cylinders when working on cars and whatnot. But at the end of the day, all we're doing is generating some extra profit, some income, and now we can use this income to do other things on the channel eventually. Like I said, once we get this channel rolling hard, if you all subscribing, we're gonna do a lot of funner projects, turbo builds and whatnot. That's the plan, at least. But I'm glad you guys stay tuned for the rebuild series here. I'm glad you guys are watching. Like this video, I'll appreciate it greatly, and hopefully the next owner likes this car, uses this car well, and it lasts a long time. All right, guys, well, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace. All right, cancel the last thing I said because the car did not sell. That guy that was supposed to pick up that vehicle the next morning actually ended up texting me saying, cancel the deal. My insurance won't be able to insure the car because it's a rebuilt title. So that deal didn't go through. And again, in a way, I was happy because I was selling that car to him for less than I originally wanted to sell it for. So I'm pretty happy that didn't go through. And just like magic, and God works in mysterious ways, I was able to sell the car about a week and a half, 2 weeks later to somebody else for $450 more than that previous owner. So the returns on investment of this are pretty dang good. Over 500% return on the car and the parts I put in. I'm not including the labor because, again, the labor, it was a lot of labor, but it was all good. Overall, I'm happy the car's gone. All the paperwork's taken care of. And you know, at this point in time, we can always look for another project. Fall is around, as you guys can see. All the leaves are changing colors, so we might get some nice sport cars coming around here for the low, but we'll see. For now, the Civic is doing an amazing job being a daily driver. She looks good. She's just slow. All right, I looked at turbo kits for this vehicle. It's just not worth it. Not worth it for the R18 motor. They can probably take close to 280 horsepower to the wheels, or maybe to the crank, who knows. But the whole thing, eBay turbo kit's gonna run like 800. The software is gonna run 800. Then the actual tuning is probably gonna run a couple $100. And obviously miscellaneous problems will arise, and it's just not in my best interest to put in money on a car like this, which is perfectly reliable the way it is. So we'll see. Again, we're test driving vehicles right now. We're looking at possible options, seeing what's out there. Until then, I hope you guys stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch me grow. Anyway, it's been a good couple last days, so hope you guys are doing well as well. And I'll see you guys on the next video. So peace out.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need a sweater too. I'ma put a ride on ya. Kid from California, trying to make it in life. In school they never taught ya. Dreams of my own, I've been working for